We are observing Kartik VRATA. We are going through 1 second. Śikṣāṣṭaka, now 8th verse, last one. Verse is Ashlishya vapadartang pinastumam adarshanan marmahatang karotuva jata tata babidadhatu lampato mat prananatastu sa eva napara. Krishna may embrace me, or he may trample this maidservant with his feet, which she is so attached to. Again, he may make me broken-hearted by not being visible before me. He is a debauched person. That debauchee means one who has many girls. Whatever he does to me, he and no other is the Lord of my life. Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhakur's commentary. Let us consider what is the tendency of those jivas who have attained the stage of prema. Ashlishya vapadartang pinastumam. He can embrace me and bring happiness to me, who am attached to his feet. He can also crush me underfoot, or he can break my heart and torment me by not being visible before me. He is the crash jewel of debauchees. Thus, he will deal with me in any which way. He and no other is the Lord of my life in all respects. This Radharani is speaking, we are hearing. Then from Bhagavatam verse, Martyo yada tyakta samasta karma Niveditatma vichikirshito me tadamritatvam pratipadyamano mayatma bhuyaya chakalpate vai. When a human being abandons all his mundane activities and with the intention of doing something noble offers his very self unto me, at that time he attains immortality and certainly becomes eligible to achieve opulence which is equal to mine. He becomes transcendentally situated and also in another sense like son of a king. Everything is his. Not directly, but everything is available to him because he is a son of a king. So like that, Jiva attains ultimate good by taking shelter of Krishna. Through this characteristic, it is proven that Krishna is the very life of those devotees at the stage of prema. At the perfectional stage of prema, the highest dharma becomes visible in the form of the mutual attraction between Krishna and the devotee. Then from Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Yatha Brahmyatyayo Brahman Swayam Akarsha Sanidho Tatha me Vidyate Chetas Chakra Paner Yadrichaya. Just as iron automatically moves towards a magnet, similarly, my consciousness has been transformed and automatically moves towards that Lord who wields the disc weapon. You remember, this verse was spoken by Prahlad Maharaj when he spoke about Vishnu Bhakti in the assembly of Hiranyakashipu. Then Hiranyakashipu thought that some Vaishnavas spoiled the mind of this child. That time Sanda and Tamarka were not there in assembly. So Hiranyakashipu sent Prahlad back to teachers and told them that no any Vaishnav should have contact with this child or boy. Then Sanda and Tamarka were very much afraid that Hiranyakashipu may have some doubts about us. So we will ask Prahlad from whom he got that teaching about Vishnu Bhakti, from which Vaishnava. So they first approached him with very nice words, praising him, flattering him, you are the best of the dynasty, no one is like you, like this. But we are your teachers, so you should not hide anything from us. You please tell us from whom you came to know about Vishnu Bhakti, from which person, from whom. Then Prahlad Maharaj understood their intention because he's pure devotee and he can see everything. So he said, I heard about Maya, but now I'm getting practical experience of it. They're thinking in terms of friends and enemies, based on material duality. So he said, first I offer my obeisances to Supreme Lord, by whose Maya jivas are bewildered like this. Then Prahlad Maharaj told, it is Sri Hari or Vishnu who spoiled my mind by his qualities. He has such qualities that automatically I am attracted to him, like iron is to magnet. In this verse he spoke. So our Gurudev told, the nature of iron is to be attracted by magnet. And nature of magnet is to attract iron. It is natural. But if sometimes we don't see this, it means there is rust on the iron. That nature is still there, but it is covered, so it is not evident. But if you remove that rust, then that nature will be revealed. Like that, all jivas, they have devotion to Krishna in their Atma, that is their natural instinct. But when becoming averse to him and being covered by Maya, that is like almost lost. It is covered, dormant. This now further Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur will say. But if by Sadhu Sangha and Shastra Sangha one can become inclined and removes that aversion, that rust, then that will again manifest. Here Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur is telling, thus it is stated by the Śrīmad Bhāgavat. What is being discussed here is that in the relationship between the jiva, who possesses finite consciousness, and Krishna, who possesses infinite consciousness, there is an inherent quality which mutually connects the two. That quality has almost been lost due to the jiva's condition of aversion to the Lord. When the jiva is again adorned with the intrinsic nature, then the perfect quality which was previously there between the jiva and Krishna will again manifest. This is similar to purified iron in front of a magnet. In this regard, manifesting that quality which was perfected previously is the objective of dharma and nothing else. So that verse we are hearing, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kamunoy. which was perfected previously, means it is eternally perfect. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kavunai. It is not that it will be produced or that you have to get it from someone else, that you have to attain it, or that it is something which was not existing before. Jiva Goswami, you will find, he explains in this way that here Sadhya Kavunai means that it is not something which is produced, it is eternally existing. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur is telling it is eternally existing, and also it is not to be gotten from someone. Every jiva has that love. Also I heard from Gurudev, but it is covered in state of aversion. Then by sadhu sangha that can be manifested, revealed. So that is the point of dharma, to manifest that perfected prema. It should be understood that in the jiva's practice leading to that quality, he must be devoid of the desire for any other results. Bhagavan states, it is from Śrīman Bhagavatam, Na parayaham niravadya samyujam svasadu krityam vibhuda yushapiva ya ma bhajan durjarageha shrinkala samvrishcha tatvah pratiyatu sadhuna. Your association with me is faultless. Although you have served me, cutting the indomitable bonds of household life, I cannot repay you for this, even if I obtained the lifetime of the Devas. May your own virtue be your compensation. This was spoken by Krishna to the gopis. Thus it is proven that love for Krishna results in his love for the devotee. Here it is said that one becomes broken-hearted, marmahata, by not seeing him, yet Sri Krishna shows that it is not the source of misery, but the source of supreme happiness. Yesterday we heard that separation gives intense bliss because it is in relation to Krishna and his service. Not in this mundane world, is related to selfish desire. But Krishna is source of all happiness, so when one is feeling separation from him because of not getting his service, then he's getting contact with Krishna more. Then further from Bhagavatam, Evam mat artho jita loka veda svanam hi vo mai anuvrittaye bala maya paroksham bhajata tirohitam masuitum marhatha tat priyam priyah. Therefore, O girls, since you have abandoned worldly pleasures, the Vedas, and your family to attain me, although I disappeared and removed myself from your sight, I always reciprocated your love. Thus, my dear ones, you should not be displeased with me, your beloved. It's from Bhagavatam. Therefore, it is aptly said, Ashlishya, means he may embrace me. And Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur further says, I have briefly explained the glories of these 8 verses. correctly it is said, he may embrace me. He's always master. I have briefly explained the glories of these 8 verses. What are the glories of the love experienced by the Swarup Shakti, Sri Radha? What is the sweetness of mind that Radha relishes? What is the pleasure that she derives from relishing that? Thinking in this way and hankering to taste that, Shri Krishna, the intrinsic supreme reality, in the form of Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Bhagavan's inherent form of extreme magnanimity, eternally displays his pastimes that are suitable to Radha's bhav in Sri Navadip Dham, which is situated in a special chamber of Vaikuntha, the seat of his eternal pastimes, known as Goloka. Yesterday, that question came about Mahaprabhu's Ashtakalya Lila. We are hearing Radha Krishna's Lila. You will find in Jaiva Dharma, there it is mentioned that Golok Vrindavan has 2 prakosht, 2 chambers. One is Radha Krishna Lila Vrindavan. There is Madhurja is prominent, and another prakosht, another chamber is Navadip, where Audarya is predominant, munificence. Some first get attraction for Madhurja and then to Audarja, some first to Audarja and then to Madhurja. And according to their sadhana, they will attain perfection, some in Krishna Lila, some in Gaur Lila. But if they perform both worship, both of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna, then they will attain both abodes. Their Swarup will be expanded. One, like Gopi in or any other cowherd boys in Krishna Lila, and as a Brahmin boy in Gaur Lila. So in that Navadip, in Vaikuntha means Goloka, of course Navadip descends into this world, and it is same like Goloka with Krishna descends into this world in Vrindavan, and there Radha Krishna's Ashtakalya Lila is going on, but mixed with other occasional Lilas also, like killing of the demons and growing like this. And then Krishna also goes out to Mathura, Dwaraka. Like that Navadip from Goloka, which descends here, Mahaprabhu is performing his pastimes as a householder there, and his Ashtakalya Lila is going on. How he wakes up, what he does then, and then forenoon and bathing in Ganga, and then midday pastimes like this, and also mixed with other Lilas, like how scholarship, how he grew. That is only happening in this world. And then he also goes out to Puri and South India and Vrindavan. Like in Radha Krishna Lila, in Vrindavan Lila, Krishna takes birth, then he grows, but in Golok there is no this, there is no birth Lila of Krishna. There only Ashtakalya Lila is going on, and Krishna is already Kishore, 16. This birth pastimes and growing and Damodar Lila and killing demons, that is only going on in this material world. in Vrindavan and going out Mathura Dwaraka. There only Ashtakali Lila. Like that, in Navadip in Goloka, only Mahaprabhu's household Lila, when he is doing that Ashtakali Lila, in Shrivas Angan also Kirtan is there, midnight, and other Lilas, Ashtakali Lila going on. And there is no other Lila which is also present in this world, mixed scholarship, pastime, defeating that Keshava Kashmiri. That is not going in Navadip, in Goloka, only in this world, and going to Puri. So that is when Vrindavan or Navadip, they descend into this world, it is to help the sadhakas. And in Goloka, only perfected souls can be there, fully trained. Also, when Jiva gets Sarup Siddhi in this world by sadhana, first she will enter that material universe where Krishna Lila is going on in that universe, and there he will be fully trained by all Nitya Siddhas, and then go there. Also with Navadip, same. So yes, there is Mahaprabhu's Ashtakali Lila. Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur gave some glimpse in Navadip Bhava Taranga and here in Jaiva Dharma. Elaborately you will find, like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, we are hearing these verses of Ashtakali Lila of Radha Krishna. In a similar way, Vishwanath Chakravarti Ṭhākur wrote one book where he gives verses for Mahaprabhu's Ashtakali Lila in brief. Then in 14,407, yes. In 1407 of the Shakabda era, he appeared, that is our is 1486. He, means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, appeared in the form of Sri Chaitanya, possessing the sentiments and effulgence of Radha in the town of Sri Navadip within Sri Gaura Desh, which was like another Vrindaranya, Vrindavan forest. He manifested from the womb of Sri Sachi, the wife of Sri Jagannath Mishra, on the Falgun Purnima. In his childhood years, he showed the capriciousness of a child. As a youth, he showed scholarship. As a young man, after his wedding, he displayed the conduct of a person in married life, propagated bhakti, and inundated the land of Gaura with supreme bliss. By accepting initiation from Ishwarapuri, the crest jewel of wandering mendicants of the Sri Madhva Sampradaya, he taught the Jivas the necessity of taking refuge in a Sadguru. That is, he is himself original Guru, but to teach us, he accepted Sadguru, or here it is Sadhu Guru, both also means devotee Guru, bona fide Guru. At the age of 24, he abandoned his home and took sannyas from Shri Keshava Bharati, a Shankar sannyasi. Then, and that was also, there is some purpose. Not everyone understands, but Vaishnavas, they explain. You have to understand what was the purpose, why he took sannyas. He himself told, because some Brahmins, they became against him due to not understanding him. So he thought, I came to rescue all. I brought the medicine, but opposite effect is coming. So I have to devise another means So he thought, if I will take sannyas, then everyone will naturally show me respect. Then I can grace them. So his purpose of taking sannyas was to gain respect. And at that time, Shankar Sampradaya in India was naturally or more prominently established everywhere. That for that reason he took from Shankaracharya, not because he accepted that teaching. No, that was his deception, lila. That was his tactics only. And he also explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita Mahaprabhu that I'm taking sannyas to engage myself in the service of Krishna. And he quoted that verse from 11th canto, Paramatmanishta, that Avanti Brahmana, Avadut Brahmana, he took that vow to worship Krishna, to engage in the service of him. So Mahaprabhu said, I'm taking this vesh to engage myself in the service of Krishna. So these two reasons, you have to understand why, means what was the purpose of Mahaprabhu, what he was doing was devotion to Krishna by body, mind and speech. And Nityananda Prabhu also broke his Ekadanda into 3 pieces to show that Vaishnavas are taking 3 dandas. Sannyas means to engage body, mind and speech for the service of Krishna, and outwardly also to gain respect. That is why from Shankara Sampradaya. And also because he had to rescue those Mayavadi sannyasis in Kashi. Everything was pre-planned. If Mahaprabhu would not be Mayavadi sannyasi outwardly, then they would never call him in their midst. That Brahmin would not invite Mahaprabhu together in that, and they would also not, they would neglect, because they are only associating with sannyasis of their own group. So, but that was also tactic. That Brahmin invited all sannyasis and also Mahaprabhu. Then when he came there, all were attracted by him, and then he could speak also. Then, on the pretext of traveling to the holy places, he taught pure Bhakti Tattva to the residents of Bengal, Western India, Orissa, and South India, etc., defeated the beliefs of various philosophies, and established his own philosophy of Achintya Bheda Abheda, which is the essence of the Siddhānta of the 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas. Essence or highest development of Siddhānta. He spent 6 years in this way. Then for 18 years he resided in Sri Purushottam Kshetra and propagated Bhakti in the 4 directions by sending others to extensively spread his philosophy, like Goswamis and Nityananda Prabhu, others. He was served, and also when he was in South India, he empowered many. He told them, now you preach this. So they propagated. He was served by many perfected Vaishnavas. Sometimes he preached about Bhakti, and sometimes he relished prema in the form of achieving his own threefold purpose, which was stated above, to taste Radharani's feelings and to know the glory of that. He inspired the hearts of his own perfected associates headed by Shri Rup, Sanatan, Raghunath, Gopal Bhatta, Jiva, Prabodhananda, Sarup, that is Sarup Damodar, Ramananda, Kavi Karnapur, etc., who composed various shastras to promote his philosophy. he also composed these 8 verses, which are fully complete with all conclusions, in order to teach jivas possessing various qualifications. We are hearing now during Kartik VRATA, Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur, he is a personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why he knows his teaching. He was sent to preach Mahaprabhu's teaching as it is. So Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur showed that first verse corresponds with Shraddha. Second verse with Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. Or Sadhu Sangha Guru Padashray means taking shelter of Guru. This is within Sadhu Sangha, and Guru gives bhajan. So Bhajana Kriya, following what Gurudev says, instruction, that is Bhajana Kriya. And when one does Bhajana Kriya, then Anartha Nivritti, his other desires will gradually be subdued. Then third verse corresponds to the stage of Nishta, steadiness in bhajan, or our Gurudev told, fixation of the mind to the object of worship, because there are no other desires, so no diversion of mind, only focus on the service of Krishna all the time. Then fourth verse is Ruchi, taste, where if someone gets taste of service of Krishna, then he cannot have any other desires. Impossible. Then attachment, asakti, that is fifth verse. Then sixth verse is bhava, where you are fully transcendental and all ecstatical symptoms appear. You are in your real self-sarup. Then that is further developed into prema. First, prem vipralamba. We are singing that song in 7th. I was chanting name, and from within my heart that relation with Krishna awakened. I am his eternal servant. Then I understood I am suffering in this world, in separation from him. So much suffering. So I am going here and there. Where can I find Krishna? And tears are rolling down from my eyes, and the whole world is void. And then Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur is saying, I am requesting, Brajavasis, please be merciful to me and take me to him. Laoheta haresate. Take me to him. And then also, in next song, he is showing that by chanting pure name, then form will appear, transcendental form of Krishna and transcendental qualities, transcendental associates, and transcendental lila. Everything will be revealed from pure name. So when he saw that lila, and then he fainted, then after he got back consciousness, then he was feeling so much separation from that darshan of Radha Krishna. And I cannot remain alive. I am calling you, Radhanath, please give me your darshan. I cannot keep my life. So such separation, that is Prem Vipralamba, 7th verse. And 8th verse, Śikṣāṣṭaka, is this, Prem Sambhog, in direct relation, and Radharani is feeling that whatever Krishna wants to do, even giving pain to me, but he's my master, my beloved, no one else. And that pain which he's giving me, that is If he's happy by that, then that is my highest happiness, because my purpose is his satisfaction. So, in order to teach jivas possessing various qualifications, that is why we are hearing now in Kartik, Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur said there, Pratame Pratam Shlok Bhaja Kichu Din, Dvitiya Shlokete Tobe Hou To Prabin. At first, Pratam Shlok Bhaja Kichu Din. You practice first verse. Pratam Shlok Bhaja Kichu Din, for some time. He's saying for a few days, but that does not mean a few days. It means when you will be well established, realized in that first stage, then you will get eligibility for second verse. It is not limited by certain amount of time. It is limited. The point is when you attain that qualification. Like someone will say, I already took initiation 20 years back. So no, it depends on eligibility. When you will be eligible, then you can go next step. Not material time. Like someone did so much bhajan in past life. In this life, he will continue from there, and very quickly he will attain something which another person who did not have such background will not attain in that short period. And also depends how intensely one is practicing. Like two persons took initiation 20 years back, but one practiced very intensely and another did not. So there will be difference in their achievement in devotion. And the background also is there. So it means Pratam Shlok Bhaja Kichudin, Dvitiya Shloke de Tobe Hou To Pravin. Chari Shloke Kramasha Bhajan Pakka Koro. When you will then gradually practice third verse and fourth verse, after that you get maturity in bhajan, means you will get taste. Before that is immature. Now taste, there is some safety region, some already, because you are getting taste. Then that practice will come further. So one should not omit any step, but should go step by step as shown by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his personal associates. That is why Savdhane Krom Dhoro Jodi Siddhi Chao. Very carefully, Savdhane Krom Dhoro. You go by the procedure, gradual procedure, if you want to attain perfection. Sadhur Charita Deki Shuddha Buddhi Bhava. You see how pure devotee is doing. You have to follow in his footsteps, all these steps. You cannot jump ahead. Sometimes he would relish their meanings of these verses, along with his two intimate associates, Sarup and Ramananda. All this is described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, etc. Śrīman Chaitanya Chandra, through his conduct as a householder, taught householders how to follow their own dharma. And through his conduct as a sannyasi, he taught all wandering mendicants. Once again, through his instructions, he taught all other jivas. The glories of his Śikṣāṣṭakam are unlimited. Gauranga Vaktrabja Vinihsritam Shri Śikṣāṣṭakam Ye Prapathanti Bhaktya Te Gaura Pada Sava Mugda Chitah Majanti Premambu Nidho Murareh. Those who read with devotion the Śikṣāṣṭakam, which appeared from the lotus-like mouth of Gauranga, will become immersed in an ocean of prema for Murari, that is Krishna, and their minds will be struck with wonder by the nectar emanating from the feet of Gaura. Those who read with devotion. That is why we are following this during Kartik VRATA. Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākur wrote in Bhajan Rahasya, Śikṣāṣṭaka Chinta Kirtan Smaran. All three you have to do. 1 second. Śikṣāṣṭaka for Chinta Kirtan Smaran. Yes. Śikṣāṣṭaka Chinta Koro Smaran Kirtan. Krome Ashtaka Seva Hobe Udipon. Sakala Narta Jabe Pave Primadhon Chatur Varge Falgu Prai Hobe Adarshan. You will get prema. All anarthas will go away, and you will get premadhan, wealth of prema, and all those other goals will totally disappear. Shri Gaura Chandrasya Chatu Shatabda Eka Dhike Bhaktivinoda Kena Sammodanakyam Prabhu Vakya Bhāṣyam Kedarnathena Maya Pranitam. This commentary on the words of the Lord, called the Sammodana, was composed by myself, Kedarnath Bhaktivinoda, in the year 401 of Shri Gaura Chandra, means after the appearance of Mahāprabhu, 401. Those who are fortunate should wear these 8 verses around their necks. For those pure Vaishnavas who relish Madhurya Rasa, it is the essence of the entire Vedas, and it is the greatest of declarations, Mahavakya, because it appeared from the lotus-like mouth of Bhagavan. It should constantly be recited and worshipped. You know, Mahavakya means great declarations. Shankaracharya gave 4 for his own school. He selected 4 of the Vedas. Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi Pragyanam Brahma Sarankaloidam Brahma. But Mahaprabhu said those are not Mahavakyas of the Veda. To Mayavadi sannyasis, he said no. Mahavakya in the Veda is Om, holy name, non-different from Krishna. That is Mahavakya. And for Mahaprabhu's followers, these words, Veda is directly coming from the breathing of Vishnu. Veda is perfect. And this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Śikṣāṣṭaka also came directly from his mouth, his Bhagavan. So for devotees, the Śikṣāṣṭaka is Mahavakya, great or greatest declarations. So Gurudev gave emphasis that you have to practice Śikṣāṣṭaka. All instructions are there in Śikṣāṣṭaka. And you go through the commentaries of his personal associates, practice. And if someone will practice the Śikṣāṣṭaka, then automatically he will get a realization of Ashtakalya Lila of Radha Krishna and service there automatically. If properly practiced and step by step. So here thus ends the commentary called Sammodana on Sri Śikṣāṣṭaka, which emanated from the lotus-like mouth of Śrīman Chaitanya Chandra, the avatar who is the savior in Kali Yuga. I can tell you how our Gurudev wrote to me once, because I had one question. Then Gurudev wrote to me, I remember it now. 1 second, just I will open. He wrote it in Calcutta, in our mat. Sri Śikṣāṣṭakam, written emphatically by Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, emanated from the lotus mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, the combined manifestation of Sri Sri Radha Krishna, the Redeemer of the fallen souls, and the original Lord, Swayam Bhagavan. So there is hope, because he is Redeemer of fallen souls. We can be rescued by him. Then Srila Bhakti Siddhānta Ṭhākur translation. He may tightly embrace this servant of his feet, or he may break my heart with separation. Howsoever that debauchee may act, he alone and no one else is the Lord of my heart. Commentary. I am a maid servant of the gopis, engaged in the service of his feet. He may embrace me, he may take me as his own, or he may break my heart with separation. May the desires of the debauchee of the Gopas' wives be fulfilled. Here, the Parakya Ras, we are not eligible to speak this Parakya Ras, that is transcendental. We should not mistake for something mundane. So, Gopa's wives, means cowherd boys' wives, he is debauchee. Means he is having many such wives of Gopas. But that is transcendental Parakya Ras. You have to be properly trained to understand that that is nothing immoral. In this world, it is most immoral. But in Golok Vrindavan, it is highest prema for Krishna. And his highest love for his devotees is that Parakya Ras. That is Lila by Jogamaya made, because attachment is so much more. So highest, that is highest dharma. Highest in Goloka, and in perverted reflection, this illicit sex connection in this world is the lowest. May the desires of the debauchee of the Gopa's wives be fulfilled, whatever they may be. In any case, he is the Lord of my heart, and he will never be otherwise. Shri Krishna is the independent Supreme Person. Following his will is my one and only purpose. I am not so wayward that I could show any propensity for service that is contrary to his desires. In perfection, okay, then tomorrow we can read this not to start topic now. Time is, so tomorrow we will finish this 8th verse. Then we will start